What's up? Hello. Welcome. I'm streaming. It is me, Jeff the Big Lizard, back from the dead. So I've spent my afternoon compiling every lizard in every sort of FromSoft game into a tier list. Oh my god, it's Asher! Oh, Asher, you're gonna love this. I've spent my afternoon and I've found everything remotely lizardy in a Dark Souls game, and I've made them into a tier list with every single lizard. And there's 83 things that are slightly lizardy that I'm going to tier list into a list with tiers. Yeah. So we've got 6 tiers. 5 of them are real, and at the bottom we've got not a lizard. Okay, that's for things that aren't lizards, but are sufficiently like a lizard that I've included them on the tier list. Okay, we're gonna start with some ground rules. Okay, about what makes a good lizard. Okay, because you can't do a tier list without at least having a vague idea for what constitutes good versus bad. So what makes a good lizard? So you got 5 factors, okay? I call it squitch. Okay, it can be scary. If a lizard's scary, that's a good way to be a good lizard. If a lizard's cute, that's another good way to be a good lizard. Okay? If a lizard is weird, that's a good way to be a good lizard. If a lizard's interesting, that's a good way. It's a good silo. That's a good way to be a good lizard. And if it's just chill, if a lizard's chill, it's a good lizard. Okay, right? So, scary lizards, they're gonna do well. Cute lizards, they're gonna do well. Weird lizards, like this one that's mouth opening, they're gonna do well. Fun fact lizards, so the Gila monster is venomous, and basilisk can run on water. So if they've got like some fun lore, they're gonna do well. And if they've got chill vibes, they're gonna do very well. Okay. Now, some more rules before we get started is what counts as a lizard. Okay, because this is a bit dubious. So, the obvious thing that counts as a lizard is a lizard. Okay. But there aren't many just lizards, okay? But lizards count as lizards, obviously, right? Snakes are lizards, okay? This is true. If you ask any serious biologist, they'll say snakes are lizards, okay? When we said snakes weren't lizards, we didn't know as much about animals as we do now, and now we know that snakes are lizards. So snakes are lizards, and they're going to count as lizards for the purpose of this. So these two should be uncontroversial, okay? Next thing, dragons, they're probably lizards, okay? Right? Obviously dragons aren't real, so we don't know if they're lizards or not, because we can't do DNA testing on something that doesn't exist. But, see this bearded dragon here? Oh yeah, I've spent way too much work on this. See this bearded dragon? That's a dragon, right? And it's a lizard. So, making the assumption that this is a lizard and is called a dragon, this is a lizard and is a dragon, right? And not just things that are dragons, we're thinking drakes, wyverns, they all count as lizards, okay? And the final thing that counts as a lizard is half lizards, okay? Things that are a bit lizard and a bit something else. Usually human, But there are things that are half lizard and half not human, which we're going to get onto, which are funky. Okay, so I'll put yeah. So those are the rules. Okay, half lizards aren't going to do as well as real lizards, but they are allowed. Okay, being more lizard is also a thing that makes you a good lizard. Things that aren't lizards, reptiles that aren't lizards, so birds, crocodilians, amphibians also aren't lizards. Basically, if it's an animal that's not a lizard, it's not a lizard. Okay? So with that out of the way, let's get onto the lizard list. So, got the tier list up here. I've even got a little thing so you can see which one I'm talking about at the top in larger detail. So we're going to go through the games in order, alphabetical order, because that's how tier list took the files I gave it, and it makes a bit more sense. So, Greater Viper Pit from Bloodborne it's a pit of multiple snakes, and they're vipers. So vipers are snakes, and snakes are lizards, obviously. I'll be honest, I look at this, and it doesn't impress me. Okay? I'm thinking, like, it's not intimidating. Alright, it's a pile of snakes. You can walk away from it. Okay? It's not cute. It's a pile of snakes. So multiple lizards is... Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's lizards. Multiple lizards is lizards. But they get placed in one position. Okay? Right? Oh, you're shitting me. How did tier list... Oh, fuck. Edit. What did you what? How have you done that tier list? Can you move them? Oh, that'll do it. There you go. Oh, now the colours don't match. Or do they? No, no, you gotta make... Okay, right. How embarrassing. I was so prepared as well. God, this is awful. There we go. There we go. Right, proper tier list now. Okay, back to the Great Viper Pit. Back to the Great Viper Pit, okay? It's not scary. You can walk away from it. It's not cute, right? It's not that interesting. It's a pile of snakes. I mean, I don't know the lore, but I assume there isn't much. It's a pile of snakes in a forest. And what was the other one? It's not cool. It's not chill. It's not. It doesn't hit any of the criteria, right? It's not interesting. It's not cool. It's not scary. It's not fun. That said, it is at least. It's not even that lizardy. It's multiple lizards. Okay, D tier. We're starting really weak. D tier, and I don't think Bloodborne's going to get much better. Actually, you know what? It's at least just lizards. Okay, it's just lizards. There's going to be worse. We'll put it in C tier, but low C tier. Okay, I want to leave some room to go the worst, because now we've got the... I'm time to see if my hotkeys work. Yeah, they do. Now we've got the Shadows of Yharnam, right? So, the Shadows of Yharnam, you might be thinking, do these count as lizards? Because they look like normal guys dressed in black. But one of them kind of has lizards coming out its face. Sort of. I mean, they're a bit scary, but not in a lizard way, so I don't think they count for that. Again, they have interesting lore, but not interesting regarding being a lizard. I don't know what the snakes have to do with them. I'm not really into Bloodborne. I've only played it once. So I don't think they do well there. I mean, they're cool, but again, the snakes aren't that cool. They're big, but yeah, okay, right. Just going in detail, they're barely lizards. They're barely lizards. They're the Shadows of Yharnam. They're just on here because they have some snake attacks. Again, we've got another sort of human hybrid. It's the Vermin Host. I think again, this is D tier, right? It's same reason as the Shadows of Yharnam. It's basically the Greater Viper Pit, which we've already established is weak and bad, and then you make it half man, so it's even less lizardy. All right, but it is above the Shadows of Yharnam because it's more it's you visibly you can tell it's a lizard. Okay, does that make does that make sense? Viper Pit, I think just goes below Great Viper Pit. Okay, it's just the same thing with smaller vipers, but it is better than the Vermin Host in the Shadows of Yharnam, right? So that's it. That's Bloodborne. That's everything slightly lizardy in Bloodborne, and it's all just a pile of snakes, or a pile of snakes in a man. It's not done well. Okay. That said, we're on to Demon Souls now, so things aren't really going to get much better. We've got the Blue Dragon. Blue Dragon. I have to say, I've not played Demon Souls, so all I can go on is this art I found on Extra Life, and it's fine. It's a dragon. It's okay, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of cool. Looks kind of cool. It's got kind of chill vibes. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna get much worse. Ah, here we go. Finally, something good. The Crystal Lizard from Demon Souls. Look at that. Instant S tier. Okay. They're weird. Okay, they've got crystals on them. They drop titanite. Why do they do that? Okay. They look like lizards. Like real lizards. Like normal ones. They're cute. They're actually cute. Okay. They're actually cute. They're interesting. They're fun. And they've got chill vibes. S tier. This is what we want. Okay, this is what we're looking for. Back to the not good lizards. We've got the Dragon God. So, what is there to say about the Dragon God? He's in a pit. He's a kind of underwhelming puzzle boss. I think I've not played Demon Souls, as I've said. But if I had, I don't think I'd like the Dragon God very much. Because, like, basically everyone agrees it's kind of a bad boss fight. In terms of like being a lizard though, he's kind of intimidating. I mean, FromSoft got better at dragon designs later on. I think we can all agree on that. If you look at him, he's not looking great. Where do I rank Dragon God? I think C tier, okay? Right? Because it's a pretty weak looking dragon. Like he's chained up, he's not scary. He's big, but bigness isn't a qualifier for good lizard. He doesn't look that lizardy. He's not that interesting, and the boss fight sucks. Oh, here's a good one. Fire lizard. So these are, I think, enemies in Demon Souls. Again, I don't really know. I've not played Demon Souls. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, okay, right. Also, back to Dragon God. He's got like human arms. Okay, look at his arms. They look human. So you can't have that. It doesn't make a good lizard. It's weird. Fire lizard, on the other hand. Now here's a lizard I can get behind. Look at that. Okay. It looks like a lizard. It's got tail. It's got a thin, like, chubby body. It looks like a skink. Okay, and it's on fire. It's great. It does, however, score lower than Crystal Lizard because it doesn't have chill vibes. It's on fire. All right, and it's just less iconic. It's a bit boring. It's just a lizard on fire, but it is a cool lizard. It's kind of cute. It's not as cute as the Crystal Lizard, but it's good. Red Dragon is just Blue Dragon, but red. I think I've not played Demon Souls. But yeah, it's yeah, okay. I'm gonna put it lower than Blue Dragon because blue's a more interesting color, but they're the same. They're the same dragon, I think. Here's an iconic one. We're gonna see a lot of this. The Basilisk from I think this is Dark Souls 1, where the first Basilisk was. Yeah, Crystal Lizard we'll be seeing a lot of, and Basilisk we'll be seeing a lot of. Specifically though, Dark Souls 1 Basilisk. Where does that rank? That is the question. And the answer is... Okay, so... How does the Basilisk rank? Because Basilisks are real lizards, okay? And they're quite cute. But this doesn't look anything like a real Basilisk. The only reason I'm even... Like, you'd even look at this and think it's a lizard is because it's called a Basilisk. Otherwise, you'd probably think that's some sort of, like, frog. It's got big, ugly eyes. It's ugly, okay? And it's not ugly in a scary way, but it is weird. It's really weird. It does well in the weird factor. It's got weird factor. And at this point, it's... Yeah. It's weird. A tier. It's a weird guy. And that's what I want in a lizard. I want a weird guy. Basilisk does that. Next up. Black Hydra. So again, we've established snakes are lizards. This guy's big, and he's actually scary. He's intimidating. He's huge. I don't know what the lore of the Black Hydra is. From what I can gather, he's just there, so doesn't do well on the interest or like yeah, that sort of area. But he is there. He does exist, and that is cool. And he is intimidating. And he is quite lizardy. I say he, I don't know what the gender of the Black Hydra is. So yeah. Does it count as a lizard? It's a snake. Where do I place it on vibes though? I think B tier again. Alright, it's a cool design, it's intimidating, it's fun to encounter. It's a fun-ish encounter. But it's not cute, it's kinda chill. He doesn't attack you unless you attack him. No, he does attack you. I don't know. B tier. Here we go. The Dark Souls 1 Crystal Lizard. And you may notice, massive downgrade from the Demon Souls Crystal Lizard. I mean, look at that. You can barely tell that's a lizard at this point. It's got like, it looks more like a bug. It's still got the chill. It's still got the chill factor. It's still, you know, it's just chilling. They're still pretty interesting. They're still quite cute. But they just don't, they're not cute in the way you want a lizard to be cute. They're bugs. They look like bugs. But they are still pretty chill. So I'm gonna in the B tier, probably above the blue and red dragon, above the Hydra. B tier. The Drake, alright, or the Drakes. They're in the Valley of Drakes. They're kind of small dragons. But they're cool. They're cool. They're fun. They're just dragons. They just exist. I don't know. Bad music. I got a playlist with every dragon theme in all the Dark Souls games. Oh. Oh, you mean Drake is bad music? Okay, yeah. So, not good music. Dude, was it Drake that got into some hot water recently? Or was that someone else? I swear, I'm gonna just Google this before I say anything. Oh, there's been some drama with Oh, is he the one I don't know. Oh, right, we're not talking about Drake. We're talking about Drakes in Dark Souls 1. And Drakes in DS1, they're there. They're really dull. I don't know, you run past them and get RTSR and then you run past them again. They shoot lightning. That's kind of cool, actually. They have lightning breath. That's interesting. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, top of B tier. Cool. They're cool dragons. They have lightning breath. Top of B tier. Right. Here's a question. Is Kingseeker Frampt and Darkstalker Karth, are they lizards? Because they're described as the primordial serpents, right? And a serpent is a snake, and a snake is a lizard. Yeah, Frampt. Okay. So this is the good one. He's interesting. He's strange. You can actually talk to him. Okay, it's the ones people know, Fujo. Like, I'm not going to Kingsfield. Boring. I've got 83 lizards. There's 83. There's already like a full 2-hour stream worth. Shut up. Go away. Bum me out. Okay. Kingseeker Frampt. Primordial serpent. Serpent is snake. Snake is lizard. Probably a lizard. Human teeth, not cute. And not very scary. Kind of weird. I don't care about Souls game, bro. I'm 56, yo. I only know Lost Kingdom and Kingsfield. Bro, you gotta at least go to, what's it? Oh, what's the one where you're the... Which one's the one where you're the president in the mech? You've got to fight the vice president who's also in a mech. Metal Wolf Chaos, that's it. That doesn't have any lizards, I don't think. Fake from... So true. Okay, Kingseeker Frampt. He's chill. He's got interesting lore. Not cute, not scary. Hit my keyboard there. Not cute, not scary. I think... You know what? Just from chill factor, A tier. I like him. He's fun. He talks to you. None of the other ones do that. I like him. Oh no, wait, what? Oh, I hit numlock. There we go. So that's my gaping dragon. Weird. Very weird. Is it a lizard? It's a dragon. Okay, dragons are lizards. Otherwise there'd be no tier list, because basically everything on here is a dragon. It's very weird. Definitely hits the weird factor. Nothing else though. The lore's boring. It's not cute. It's not that scary when you're actually fighting it. It runs around quite slowly. It's not chill, but it is weird. I put it below Dragon God, C tier. It's got something, but not much. All right. Next up, Dark Sun Gwendolyn. So, obviously Gwendolyn's human, not a lizard, but he has snake feet, and those are snakes in a FromSoft game. So, that counts. We've kind of set a precedent that humans with a bit of snake don't score very well, and I have to say the same applies to Dark Sun Gwendolyn. There's not much lizard going on. But where does it rank in terms of... I think, okay, more than Shadows of Yharnam, because you can actually see the snakes, and probably better than... No. Yeah. Dark Sun Gwendolyn versus Vermin Host. Who's got the better snakes? Is it better to have snakes for legs? Or snakes for heads? I think snakes for heads. You see more snake. And there's more variety of snake. Whereas Gwendolyn's just got the one type of snake. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Hellkite Wyvern. Basically just the red dragon from Demon Souls. So probably there. Not really got much to say about the Hellkite Wyvern. It's just one of those dragons that exists. Doesn't have much lore. It's just there. It's not cute. It's not chill. But it is. It's cool. It's a cool lizard. So yeah, I think Under the Red Dragon. It's about right. Then we've got the Hydra, which I think is exactly the same as the Black Hydra. So I'll just put them together. Darkstalker Karth is the same as Frampt in theory. However, in practice, he's just doesn't... Frampt scored very well based on chill vibes, which Karth doesn't have. Karth doesn't have the same chill vibes, and if you just look at Karth as a lizard and not as a friend, Karth doesn't score nearly as well. Yeah, C tier. No, not even that high. C tier, below Gaping Dragon. It's just a snake with a mustache. It's not that cool. I don't like him. And Black Dragon Calamite. Here we go. Now we have a cool dragon. An actually cool dragon. Cool lore. Cool fight. Scary appearance. Interesting thing, he's got the calamity stuff going on. Lowers, he doubles how much health you take. He's got a cool cutscene with Goth. This is a cool dragon. This is an A tier dragon. And I think it's about, yeah, there we go. It's above the Fire Lizard. It's the best one in DS1. Yeah, Calamite. What, nothing bad to say. Man Serpent. So, we've had people which are snakes, but what about person who is snake? Okay. It's a subtle, yet important difference that makes a world of difference. Okay. Man Serpent scores, in my opinion, quite highly. They've got kind of chill vibes. Okay. They're kind of, they're wandering around. They seem intelligent. They're not just a mess of snakes. They're a snake, which apparently in my head does better, because they kind of chill like that. B tier. Best human hybrid so far. Where in B tier? I think they're better than the DS1 Crystal Lizard, which is barely a lizard. Worse than the Drake, which is a dragon. Ooh, here's an interesting one. Crossbreed Priscilla. So here we've got a human hybrid. This time human dragon rather than human snake. S tier. Yeah. I don't know, she's cute. Okay. Priscilla's cute. She's got cool lore. It's a nice tail. It is a nice tail. Her tail is large. It's a nice tail. I can understand why you think she should be S tier. The problem is, she's just a person with a tail. Eh? She can go invisible. That's a fun fact. Her lore's fascinating, with like the whole painted world. She's really cute. Her boss fight's fun. Everything's going Priscilla's way, but she's just not really a lizard. She can breathe cold and ice. Exactly. She's faster and she can freeze her opponents. I think, okay, not S tier, because she's barely a lizard, but right below Black Dragon Calamite. Okay, I'm happy putting Priscilla there. She's a good lizard. She's just barely a lizard. Opposite spectrum, we've got Seath the Scaleless. What is there to say about Seath? He's ugly. He's bad. He's evil. He killed his kind, which are lizards. So I do take offense to that, even if they kind of had it coming. I don't like him very much. I know, but ranking him kind of objectively, no, I'm ranking him on vibes. Ego's here, okay? Yeah, he doesn't have scales. He lives in some. He's a nerd. He lives in a library or whatever. I don't know. He's obsessed with crystals. He doesn't even have. He slithers around on some weird leg things. He's gross, and not in like a gross, like scary way. Like just gross. He's gross and weird. I don't like him, but he's more interesting than the gaping dragon, so he gets that. Serpent Mage is just the man serpent that shoots lightning, so just there. He's the man serpent, but he shoots lightning. Slightly better. There we go. The Tree Lizard. Okay, I didn't know this guy existed until I did this tier list. It's a sort of snake lizard thing that sits on a tree. And I have to say, it seems cool. Although... Damn. Switching to Seath's music just as we finished talking about him. Classic. It's got 2 heads. It doesn't do much else. It's just sort of... You can sort of think of it as 2 snakes. But I've got no idea where to rank this. Because it's kind of cute and chill. And it just sits there. It doesn't do much. It sits on a tree. It chills. It vibes. Just being a snake. Yeah. A tier. It's good. It's a good lizard. Undead Dragon. Not a fan. It's kind of just a gross, decaying dragon. I don't like it. Is it D or is it C tier? I think D. I think it's D tier. And I think it's bottom of D tier. It's just grim. I just don't want to think about it. You probably forgot it existed because it doesn't do anything. The developers barely implemented it. The model's ugly. I don't like it. D tier, bottom of D tier. I don't know if they'll even find something that does worse. Alright, Dark Souls 2. Here we go. Starting off really weak with the Armana Aberration. And, so some people call these guys lizard men, which is why I've included them on the list. But, I'm gonna be honest, they're not lizards. That's why this tier exists. They're not lizards. They aren't. They're men that are kind of amphibian-y, but they're not lizards. So they don't count. They're more like frogs. And that makes more sense in the lore. And they wouldn't score well if they were, but they aren't lizards. Next up, Ancient Dragon. So, the Ancient Dragon is technically a giant, not a dragon. That said, I don't care. It's a lizard. Ancient Dragon's not getting disqualified for technically being a giant. And there's 2 reasons for this. Number 1, we don't know if the giant magic that makes it a dragon also makes it a lizard. Number 2, I don't know enough about the other games to judge them based on weird lore like that. So to stay consistent, I'm being entirely superficial. Okay? So it is a lizard. How does it rank as a lizard? It's chill. It's intimidating. He talks to you. He gives you the Ashen Mist heart. He's your friend. I mean, Karth, ugly fuck, barely a lizard. And he's an A tier just from being friendly. Ancient Dragon also very friendly, but he's intimidating. He's massive. He's got really interesting lore with barely being a lizard because he's kind of a giant made a lizard with lizard magic. I think I've just gaslighted myself into giving Ancient Dragon S tier. I think, yeah, he's a good lizard. Based on my own criteria, I can't not. He's chill. He's chill and he's cool and he's scary. This is the only time Ancient Dragon will ever reach S tier on any tier list, but he does. He manages it. The DS2 Basilisk. Now this is a question. Okay. How does the DS2 Basilisk pair up with the DS1 Basilisk? Because they're both weird. They've got big eyes. Big eyes are cute, as we've established. They are weird. They're a bit skinnier than the DS1 ones, I guess. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna put it just underneath. As much as I love the DS2 Basilisk, size around, they're the same thing, really. It's bigger eyes. Here we go though. The DS2 Crystal Lizard. So, DS1 Crystal Lizard, as you can see, didn't do very well, based on not looking much like a lizard, and they didn't fix that with the DS2 Crystal Lizard much, although it is a bit more lizard shaped. It's still chill. It's still B tier. Where in B tier though? I don't think it goes above. I think they're next to each other still. I don't think anything goes between them. They're basically the same. Next up, Dragon. Another entry to the boring red dragons. This one the most boring. Every game has them, and they all end up bottom of B tier. That seems to be the system. Flame lizard, flame salamander. Oh, what a beauty! It's a lizard shape. It's big. It's weird. It flicks its tongue out. It's fiery. They're awesome. S tier, innocent S tier. And what can you say? They're huge. They're lizard shaped. They're S tier. Is what I would say. However, look at the name, Flame Salamander. Salamander. Now what? Now, fun fact about salamanders: they're amphibians. They're amphibians. They're not lizards at all. They look like lizards, but they're not. And look at him. He is a salamander. He flicks his tongue out like a frog, not a lizard. S tier, but not a lizard. I just can't. He's just not a lizard. Even though if he was, he would be S tier. I know. I'm sorry, Flame Salamander, but you just don't count. But honourable mention, because he would be doing very well if he was a lizard. Very well indeed. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Flame Salamander, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. Flexile Sentry. May not have noticed Flexile Sentry was a lizard, but if you Hey Serpent. welcome to the every Dark Soulsy game lizard tier list. DS2 at the moment. Flexile Sentry. So if you look in the picture, just sort of above the helmet, you can see he's actually got a lizard head. That's not a helmet, that's a neck brace, and his head is a lizard. And he's got two heads, because he's the Flexile Sentry. And some lizards actually do have two heads. That's interesting. Okay? That's an interesting, weird lizard. That does well. He's not very intimidating. He's not very cute. He's not chill. But he's odd. He's odd. He's interesting. And that does well. That does well on this list. A tier. Where in A tier? Above the basilisks. Below Flame Lizard, I think. Above the basilisks. Yeah, above the basilisks. Yeah, there we go. Flexile Sentry scores highly. Well done, Flexile Sentry. Right. Great Basilisk. It's just like the Basilisk, but bigger. What do I have to say? This is genuine. I'm having a lot of fun here. Great Basilisk. Where does it go? It's just the Basilisk but bigger. So I guess top of the Basilisks. Alright, it's just a big lizard. And you know what? I'm Jeff the Big Lizard. I've got to respect a big lizard. Simple as. Guardian Dragon. What do I have to say about Guardian Dragon? It's another one. It's in the Red Boring Dragon gang. Alright, it does better than Dragon. Does it do better than Hellkite Wyvern? They're basically all the same. I don't like splitting up Red and Blue Dragon. But Blue's a better colour. But the Guardian Dragon shoots fire and DS2. So I guess he goes there. But they're all the same, right? Dragon, Hellkite Wyvern, Red Dragon, Guardian Dragon. They're all the same. Here's a fun one. Back in the realm of snake people, Myth of the Baneful Queen. Snake person. Snake woman. How do we rank her? So, most snake people, you'll notice, the Vermin Host, Gwendolyn, Shadows of Yharnam, they don't do well. They've not done well. Mytha, I think, however, you'll notice Man-Serpent, Serpent Mage, if it's a snake person, not snake's person, they do better. However, Mytha does have an issue, which is she doesn't have the head of a woman, not she doesn't have the head of a snake, which would do better. She's distinctly human-like, but she's snaky, and she actually has like a constricting move, which I don't think anything else in FromSoft does. So that's interesting. That's an interesting snake thing about her. I think she does well, but not that well, right? Like, she's just a snaky woman. She's just a woman with snake tail. I think B tier, but I think high B tier. Yeah, but above the Drake? Yeah, top of B tier. I think she's better than the Serpent Mage, the Man Serpents, and the Serpent Mage, because she constricts, which is cool. That's a cool thing, and it's very lizardy, right? Shooting lightning's cool, but lizards don't do that. Constricting, like a boa constrictor, lizards do that. But she's a bit too human to be an A tier. Here's a fun one though. Red Crystal Lizard. It's like the Blue Crystal Lizard, but it explodes. A tier. Bottom of A tier, I think. Bottom of A tier? Yeah. No. Yeah. No. No. C tier. C tier. Top of C tier. Okay? Crystal Lizards, they've only made it into B tier through their chill factor, right? If I actually think about it, they're there because they're chill. Red Crystal Lizard explodes. It lost its chill. It's interesting. Exploding is interesting, so it's not D tier. But it looks like a bug. It doesn't look like a lizard. It's not chill anymore. It explodes. Exploding's fun, but dragons shoot fire, which is just better, and they look more like lizards. I can't give Red Crystal Lizard more than C, but it's better than Dragon God, because Dragon God sucks. There we go. Alright. Sand Basilisk. It's just like the normal Basilisk, but with really small eyes. Where do you rank a Sand Basilisk? How would you rank a Sand Basilisk? It's just a Basilisk, but with really small eyes. I don't know. It doesn't do well, I guess. I mean, the big eyes were kind of carrying the basilisks. But it is still a basilisk. Yeah. I don't know how much the big eyes carry the basilisk. Quite a lot, I think. I'm really reluctant to put this in B tier. Oh, Okay, Asher, what do you think? Where would you put the Sand Basilisk while I drink some beer? It doesn't do well in my eyes. I think I'm going to put it with its friend, the red crystal lizard. It's ugly, and it's not interesting. It's just I mean, like, if in a vacuum, it's cool, but when the basilisk exists, it's just so inferior. It's got to be C tier. Yeah. All right. Not many left in DS2. Sin the Slumbering Dragon. He's cool. He's intimidating. He's poisonous. Interesting. He's got some fun lore. I'm putting him in the just below Calamite. I like him as a dragon, and he's in DS2, which biases me a little bit because I like Dark Souls 2, but he's cool. Like, he's got a spear in him. That's fascinating. He's got like a whole sanctum built around him. Interesting lore. He's kind of intimidating. He's not as intimidating as Calamite with like the red thing, but he's got a unique enough design. The poison's interesting and kind of like accurate to some real lizards. I like him. I like him a lot. There we go. That's DS2 done. Ending on a high note. Starting DS3 with the Ancient Wyvern. Definitely a low note. In terms of DS3 dragons, he does not do well. In terms of FromSoft dragons, he doesn't do well. He's very forgettable, not forgetful. You can cheese him. He doesn't have much significance in the lore. He's just there. He's right next to like. He might also be forgetful. That is true. I don't know because he doesn't do anything to it. He doesn't do enough for us to be able to tell. So he bores me. I'm putting him in the same vein as Dragon God, slightly higher because at least he doesn't have human arms, but not a good lizard. Not a good lizard at all. The DS3 Basilisk. How does the DS3 Basilisk compare to the DS1 and the DS2 Basilisks? About the same again. I think it looks a bit more lizardy. It looks a bit more reptilian. But I'm definitely putting it in the same place, but the top of the basilisks. But it doesn't add anything. DS3 Crystal Lizard. I think they kind of just keep making it worse. Like, it just keeps getting stubbier and more bug-like. It's still the Crystal Lizards. It's still got the chill. It's still got the Titanite. But it's not a good lizard. Is it? Look at it. It's not a good lizard. I can't even. Can I really put them in B tier? They act like lizards. All right. That's the big advantage of the crystal lizards. Is even though they don't look much like lizards, they act like them. They just sit around and they scurry away and hide. And that's something worth putting in B tier for. All right. Dark Eater Medea. What a lizard. Look at that man. Look how big he is. Look how scary he is. He's terrifying. He's intimidating. He's got a laser. He's got a cool backstory. He's honourable. He's noble. He's corrupted by the dark. Great lizard. S tier. S tier. He's like Calamite but better. Is he above Ancient Dragon? Oof. Ancient Dragon actually helps you. You learn about Dark Eater Medea through lore, but Dark Eater Medea looks cooler. I'm gonna put Ancient Dragon on top. just because. Just because I can. Next one then. Giant Serpent Man. He's a man? He's kind of like a serpent, and he's big. Where does he go? I mean, okay, so I think not well. He doesn't do well. We've had a lot of snake people. There seems to be, I didn't notice this, snake people in basically every game. You got the man serpents, you got the vermin host, you got Gwendolyn, you got Mitha. There's always a snake person, and the giant serpent man is easily the weakest one so far. Not even snake legs. Honestly, the only reason you even think he might be serpenty is because he has like a serpenty attack, and it's in his name. But looking at him, he doesn't look like a lizard. I'm not even sure he is a lizard, but I've got to trust the name Serpent Man and snakes are lizards. Okay, so King of the Storm, not the Nameless King, King of the Storm. So his dragon thing that he rides on. I mean, what a G. Okay. I think this is the only dragon we actually see being ridden, and he's cool. He gets sacrificed. That's interesting. The laws. Okay. But how much of this is the King of the Storm being cool, and how much of it just Nameless King being cool? I've got to catch myself here. Nameless King does that. Nameless King sacrifices him to become lightning powered. Nameless King rides him. Or it. Nameless King has all the cool lore with Gwyn. King of the Storm's just a dragon. A cool dragon. An interesting dragon. But it's still just a dragon. I think... A tier... between Flexile and Basilisks. Yeah. That feels right. It's a good dragon, but it's just a dragon. I can't put him higher. Next up, we've got the summoner, the man serpent summoner. Oh, it's even lower than Great Serpent Man. Not good. It's no, it does magic. It does magic, but like none of these are good. They're all at the bottom. Another dragon man. This one doing better though. We've got Osiris the Consumed King. Now, dragon humans do well. Priscilla has done well. And Osiris, he's actually dragony. And he talks, and he yells, Ocelot! And he goes invisible. And he's weird. He's weird. Oh god, my voice is really going. I'm talking about lizards. I've talked too much about lizards. He's weird. He's cool. He's cool. I think he does well. I think A tier definitely. What? Why is he not in S tier? I have to ask myself this. He's not that intimidating. He's not that lizardy. Lizardiness is a big factor in how good a lizard is. Is how lizardy they are, and he's not that lizardy. But in every other factor he does really well. I think A tier, below the basilisks, above front. Yeah, I like that. Big Titanite lizard. Or Ravenous Crystal Lizard. How do I rank this? It rolls into a ball? That's cool. It feels even less lizardy. With every game the crystal lizards get less lizardy. It's not chill. Okay, right, so Flame Crystal Lizard got ranked down for losing its chill. And Ravenous Crystal Lizard. Okay, he does drop epic Titanite scales, but that doesn't make it a better lizard or not. This is about how good a lizard they are, not how good a... enemy in Dark Souls 3. So, no, I don't think he does well. He does badly, because the crystal lizards are already barely lizards. They do well because they chill and they act like lizards. He doesn't even act like a lizard. D tier, but no. Above Gwendolyn. No, not even above Gwendolyn. Not even above the Shadows of Yharnam. Above the Undead Dragon. There you go. There you go. Take it or leave it. Again, rock lizard. Basically the crystal lizard, but without the crystal. Again, not very well. I mean, okay, not gonna lie. I quite like the rock lizard. I don't know how to explain it, but I quite like him. He just looks so stupid. He's cute. He's cute. He's actually cute. He's just vibing. You're right, he's just vibing. He's cute. He's cute. The other crystal lizards aren't cute, but the rock lizard is. It's cute. S tier. S tier rock lizard. The rock lizard's S tier, why not? There we go. I think that's fair. He's a good lizard. We like the rock lizard. Lower than Medea, though. What have we got? Another serpent man. Oh yeah, no. Better than giant serpent man because there's less of him. Alright, here's a fun one. We've got Sullivan's Beast. Now, if we're being strictly accurate here, beasts aren't lizards. But he looks like a crocodile, which also isn't a lizard, so he's not a lizard. Actually, just gonna move that up there because it's better. Yeah, just organise that. He's not a lizard, so he doesn't. Yeah, we can move on because he's a crocodile beast. Beasts aren't lizard. Crocodiles aren't lizards, but they are cool. I like a crocodile. They're cool. Company Captain Yorshka. Basically just it's crocodilian. They're a different type of reptile. Fun fact, okay. Birds are closer to lizards than crocodiles are to lizards. And we've not included birds. So you can't include crocodiles. Just genetically. Because the birds, well, okay, so birds are dinosaurs. But if we're saying non-avian dinosaurs, which are what did you think of when you say dinosaurs? They evolved into, or they are part of things that evolved into so the dinosaurs lived alongside crocodilians, right? And other things that would then become lizards, all right? And they all evolved from a common ancestor. But like the way it's split, the dinosaurs and the lizards and the dinosaurs and the crocodilians are quite close, but crocodilians and lizards aren't really. Is how I understand it. I'm not like an expert. I'm just kind of interested in lizards. Don't like you know, you like go on Wikipedia and check this stuff, but that's just how I understand it. Anyway, Company Captain Yorshka. She's just Priscilla, but she doesn't do much. But Priscilla scored highly, but Priscilla was much more interesting, much cuter, had a cool tail. Yorshka's fine. She's half dragon and has a lizard tail. We had a whole PowerPoint Nubist about what counts as a lizard and what doesn't, and she barely fits, but she doesn't score well. I can say that much. I think B tier is B tier feels No, because it's a dragon. She's half dragon, and dragons are lizards. We've established. So it's not a crocodilian tail. Definitely a lizard tail. But just moving on. I feel like next to Seath feels appropriate. Just give me similar vibes, but slightly better because I don't like Seath. Gives me the creeps. Yeah, yes, she's half dragon. What if the other? Or then she's part lizard, so that counts. As long as you're some lizard, it's okay. You just can't be not lizard at all, which the Sullivan's Beast, as far as we can tell, is. Moving on, I didn't want to talk about company Tenyorshka this much. She's barely a lizard. We're on Elden Ring. That was it for DS3. Almost done. Almost done, right? It's not like they gave a bunch of lizards in Elden Ring. Oh. Glintstone Dragon, a jeweler. I feel like Elden Ring is going to really fill out the B tier. It's blue. It's kind of cool. I think put it above Blue Dragon. It's cool. It shoots glintstone breath. That's interesting, but it's not great. Flying Dragon Agil. Again, it's kind of just a Drake. He's just there. He shoots fire. I mean, honestly, he kind of goes in the Red Dragon group. He's kind of belongs here, even though he's not quite red. Just based on vibes, he's definitely in this row. In this row of dragons right here. Ancient Dragon Man. I forgot to get Flying Dragon Agil up. Sorry. Ancient Dragon Man. He's just a man with a dragon head. You don't do well being a man with a dragon head. Better than the serpents. Worse than a dragon. He's bad. He's bad. Okay, Fujo. Okay, Armored Core probably doesn't have lizards. Kingsfield, I'm not bothering to check. Okay, it's only the recent From Software games. I should probably have just titled this Dark Souls-ish games. Yeah, Sekiro's in here. Sekiro's, we got Sekiro coming up. They got a lot of lizards. Good lizards. PS2 is not retro. Bro, PS2 came out when I was 4. I'm 23. It came out when I was 4. It's retro. It's retro, dude. When did the PS2 come out? Oh no, I wasn't even alive when the PS2 came out. Oh my gosh. No way, I thought it was way later than that. Oh my god, it's so retro. What the heck? No way. The PS2's older than me. I'm a grown man. I've had jobs. I paid taxes. And then I got them given back because I didn't earn enough to hit the minimum tax bracket, but that doesn't mean anything. Yeah, right, anyway. Ancient Dragon Man doesn't do well. Next up. We got another Basilisk. This one is easily the ugliest of the Basilisks. But I think it still stands with its kin in the A tier. Oh, we've got a good one. We've got a good one coming up. Curse you, Bale! Oh. There we go. Bale the Dread. Bale the Dread. What a dragon. What a lizard. He's got cool lore. He's scary. Cool boss fight. He's got beef with an amputee. He's so cool. I love Bale. I love Bale so much. S tier. There we go. Above Ancient Dragon. He's Bale. He's so true. More a goat than a lizard. Oh, you mean like because he looks like a goat? I thought you meant like because he's the goat. Because he's Bale the Dread. Incredibly based. How do you explain the horns? Bale was so cool he got horns. Now you have when you have like thorny lizards. Horny lizards aren't that. Bale is so cool. Look. Okay. Alright. Bale is not better than Rock Lizard. To refute that, he's really cool. And you got Egon, he's yelling at him, curse you, Bale! Okay. He's so cool. He's so intimidating. He's great. Okay, yeah, but like, yeah. I mean, I just think Bale's cool. He's got like cool lightning powers. He's got cool lore. You eat his heart. He's really scary. He looks sick. I think he's the coolest. He's the coolest design FromSoft has done. I mean, Rock Lizard's cool, but in a different way. Rock Lizard's cool. I mean, Rock Lizard's already an S tier. I'm not moving Rock Lizard up. He can stay there. He's just Rock Lizard. He can deal with it. He can handle it. Rock Lizard can handle it. No, okay, look, like, Rock Lizard's cool. Demon Souls Crystal Lizard still untouched in how cool it is. Nothing's beating Demon Souls Crystal Lizard, I don't think. But we'll find out. But yeah, Bale's sick. And back to being rubbish, we've got Borealis, the Freezing Fog. Another blue lizard. I guess we're just starting a blue lizard tier now. Where'd it go? Just disappeared. Oh, in an A tier. No, thank you. I think below a jeweler. A jeweler's just slightly more interesting, but they're the same. What's next? Oh, Dragon Communion Priestess. Another sort of dragon person, but she's kind of chill. She tells you to eat dragon hearts. It's okay. Look, Nevist, we've established the rules. Okay, dragons are lizards, snakes are lizards, half lizards are lizards. For the sake of the tier list, right? She counts. She's not going to do very well, okay, but she gets to be on the list. What do you mean she's not even at? She ate the heart and became dragony. That counts. You can make me Google lore? Yeah. Yeah, half dragon, dragon lizard, half lizard. She counts. I mean, she's going... No, she's not going to do well, but you get on the list if you're Lizardy. Lizardy's on the list. Lizard, top of the list. Lizardy on the list, okay? Alright. And I think she just goes just above Ancient Dragon Man. Barely a lizard, really boring. But she's kind of chill. Actually, no, I like her more than quite a lot of these, actually. Actually, I think she goes above Yorshka. Yeah. Yeah, that feels right. Dragonkin Soldier. I think Dragonkin Soldier's a lizard. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's got a definite dragon head, although it's still got human limbs. It's really gross. I don't like him. I don't like him at all. I think even below Undead Dragon. Ah, it's because Karth is nice. No, Framt is nice and Karth is not nice. So, like, all of cast points, they come from him being cute. Like, he snoozes, he's nice to you, he's a bit doddery, he's cute like an old man. Whereas Karth's just not. Look, he's fun, alright? He's fun. I like Frampt, don't like Karth. I know he doesn't have my best intentions at heart, but he's got the best intentions of the world at heart. It's fine. I don't mind him. Good for him. Okay? That's why he's done well. Dragonkin Soldier, really bad. He's kind of just a worse undead dragon. Worse ancient dragon man even. Better than the Serpent Man. That's the best I can say. Same for Decaying Azeeks. I don't like gross decaying dragons. They're gross, they're weird, I don't find them cool. They're not interesting, they're not intimidating. They're boring, and they're gross, and they're weird, and I don't like them. Better than Undead Dragon, but not by much. Farum Azula Dragon. He's just a dragon. Oh, he's kind of just... He's there. He's even below. He's below the Red Dragon group, but... he does have lightning powers. Is he really worse than... Yeah. Yeah. No, he's cooler than the Red Dragons. He's between the red and the blues. No, he's not. No, he's above the blues as well. And above the Hydras. Below the Crystal Lizards. There we go. From Zula Dragon, they've got a bit more lore. They've got like cool red lightning powers, but they're still just dragons. I think that's the right place for them. I'm happy. Moving on to Lich Dragon Fortisax. Which one's Fortisax? Because I just got the names from Fextra. That's why the Fire Salamander is called Flame Lizard. As part of the name. That said, I did agree. It's a salamander, and that's why it's in the not a lizard tier. Fortisax is... Okay, right. Which one's Fortisax? Is Fortisax the one in Jagged Peak? Or is Fortisax the one in... Is it the one that you go into the memory of, like, Godwyn for? With Fear? It's the Fear one, right? There's too many... Okay, right. There's too many boring ancient dragons. Oh, yeah, he's the Fear one. He's the Fear one. Okay, he is actually kind of cool. I think just above Drake he can go. He's cool. He's not that cool though. I don't know. I didn't find him very memorable. As you can tell by the fact I had to ask which one he was. So I think we're gonna leave him there. Glintstone Dragon. He could just go. He's just worse than Dula and Borealis. They're all the same. They're all the same. I mean, look, Serpent, we're not talking about them as boss fights, we're talking about them as lizards, okay? Because if we were talking about those boss fights, Ancient Dragon would not be an S tier, I'll tell you that much. And the lizard makes you angry. Fair enough. He's neat. He does cool lightning powers. He's got some lore. He's got a bit of meat, you know. He's got a bit of lore. He's just got a bit more going on than the other dragons, but he's still kind of just a dragon. Oh, so we've got a good one now. God devouring serpent. Hello, big snake. Big snake. Big snake. S tier. Big snake. What more can you want? It's scary. It's huge. It's cool. Big snake. Okay? Right? Everything else in S tier is a dragon. Dragons, they're cool. They don't exist. They don't exist. They did. Big snake. Snake. Big. It's Big Snake. Okay? It's the character. It's the main character in Metal Gear Solid 6. Big Snake. Okay? He's cool. It's a big snake. All right. Why it beat Crystal Lizard? It's everything I want. All right. It's actually lizard. Okay. It's not some dragon that's kind of lizardy. Actual lizard. Very actual lizard. Very cool. Got very interesting lore. Very interesting facts. It's got Rykord. Rykard's sort of hid it inside him. He ate Rykard. Interesting. Neat things. Sits in magma. That's cool. That's cool. But most importantly, big snake. It's a big snake. Big snake. S tier. Top of S tier. Big snake. Will it be beaten? I don't know. Let's find out. Big snake. Big snake. And bringing the energy right down. Flying Dragon Grail. Yeah. Cool. B tier. I mean, B tier just seems to be where I put boring dragons. It's below the red dragons. It's boring. It's boring. It's a boring dragon. It's really boring. Actually, you know what? Is it even B tier? Yeah. It's like, okay, Ancient Wyvern, Dragon God, Seath, Gaping Dragon, they're actively worse than a boring dragon. Grail is the most dull dragon. Alright, even more boring than Dragon from DS2. I just don't care about Grail at all. I don't care. Jagged Peak Drake, kinda similar. But they do, I don't know, they just have a bit more. They've got a bit more moxie. I don't know how to explain it. They tickle that little, that's a cool lizard part of my brain a little bit more. They just do. They just get in there somehow. It's like Jagged Peak Drake. Do you know what it is? I think it's because they fight each other. And dragons fighting each other is just cool. Alright? That's just a cool thing. Is dragons fighting each other. You don't really beat that. You know? Not in the same way. So I think it's top of B tier. It's not great, but it's up there with Fortisax and the Drake. Alright, that's where I put the Jagged Peak Drake. I'm just realising, I think I missed the dragon in DS3 that breathes fire on you in Lothric Castle. That's gutting. I thought that was so comprehensive. If anyone's watching this tier list, really wondering, where's he going to put the dragon from DS3 in Lothric Castle? It would be in B tier. Probably about where the Jagged Peak Drake is. No, it would be with the red dragons. It would be one of the red dragons. It's dull. Oh no, it's got some. No, it's got like pus of man inside it, doesn't it? Yeah, okay, they would go up here with the Jagged Peak Drake. Anyway, moving on. Ancient Dragon Lanciax. What is there to say about Ancient Dragon Lanciax? It's like Fortisax, but less interesting. You just sort of fight it in a field. He's not hard. But he's more interesting than the other boring dragons. Probably just above Farah Missoula Dragon, I think. Below the Crystal Lizards, doesn't have the same chill vibes. But good. But good. Lesser Dragon. Lesser Dragon. Bottom of B tier. Dull Dragon. Boring Dragon. Lesser Dragon. I mean, the name speaks for itself, doesn't it? It's a Lesser Dragon. Magma Worm. Hello, Magma Worm. So, you'll remember earlier we were talking about the flame lizard, the flame salamander, and I was like, he's really cool. He's cool. S tier, and then I had to say, but he's not a lizard. Magma Worm is like you take flame salamander, you make him worse. All right, you take away the cool tongue, you take away the cute beady eyes. All right, you add some big teeth and a sword, which is, it's cool, it's interesting, makes a better boss fight, but it doesn't make a good lizard. But it's actually a lizard. So I think A tier. I'm feeling A tier for the Magma Worm. I'm feeling above the basilisks, below King of the Storm. That's where Magma Worm sits for me. I think that's fair. That's reasonable. Yeah. And then Magma Worm Makar is just above that. It's just the same thing, but with a bit of lore. I think, I assume. I don't know. I don't know any of it. It just drops more and has more health. So it's better. Oh. Here we go. Man Serpent. Another one. So, Man Serpent in DS1 did very well. But Man Serpent in Elden Ring has a noticeable advantage, right? Because that looks more snaky. That looks more lizardy. That's quite cute. That's quite cool. That's a better serpent. It's a better snake. I mean, they look more lizardy to me. They're cool. A tier at least. Whereabouts in A tier though? I think between Fire Lizard and Flexile Sentry feels right. Yeah, that's true. Right, they can extend their necks. They've got flame weapons. They do cool sweeping attacks. They're really cool. They're really cool. I like them a lot. Yeah, Man Serpent does well. Good job, Man Serpent. You did well, FromSoft, with the Man Serpent. That's a good lizard. What's up next? Oh, Mesmer the Impaler. Right, so we're not actually talking about Mesmer here. We're specifically talking about the this guy on Mesmer's shoulder. Okay, not Mesmer himself. The guy on Mesmer's shoulder. This little snake right here. Okay, that's who we're talking about. And he's kind of fun. He sits on Mesmer's shoulder. Just being a fun little guy. He's cool. It's cool. Yeah, I like that. He's just a snake. He's friends with Mesmer. A tier. Mesmer's shoulder snake is A tier. He's cute. He's cute. He's got good vibes. Better than Osiris? No. Better than the basilisks. Better than Magma Worms? Yeah. Better than King of the Storm? Yeah. Better than Flexile Sentry? No. But Mesmer Snake. Mesmer Snake does well. He's a cool snake. Well done, Mesmer. Mesmer Snake. You got a friend there, Mesmer. Keep him. He's worth it. Alright, next up is Dragon Lord Placidusax. Dragon Lord Placidusax. So, superficially, similar to Bale. big dragon, cool boss fight, huge, lightning powers, big arena, cool lore with time travel. He can teleport, but he's good. He's good. He can turn to smoke. He is cool. He is cool. He just doesn't get me excited in the same way Bale does. I think it's the two heads. I think it's, honestly, I think he just looks a bit, he's just fat. He just looks fat. He's just got such a chunky body. He doesn't have that cool lizard look that Bale does. But he's still A tier, alright. I'll be honest. I'm being kind of mean to Placidusax. He's still really cool. He's still easily A tier. This isn't why Placidusax says. This is why Placidusax isn't quite good enough for the S tier. And I think it's just, he doesn't quite have the right vibes. He doesn't feel that lizardy. He feels kind of rock. He feels more like rock instead of scale. He's not very colourful. He just doesn't give the right vibes. Honestly, I think I'll just put him right below Sin. No. He's below Priscilla. He's below Tree Lizard. Tree Lizard's sick. I love Tree Lizard. And Fire Lizard. And Flexile. And Vesper's Snake, actually. He's above King of the Storm. But he's good. He's good. He's really good. But he's not great. He doesn't tickle in the right way for a dragon boss, okay? I look at Bale and I'm just like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ancient Dragon I could talk to. He's friends with me. He's nice. He's nice to me. Placidusax, he just doesn't have that oomph. Doesn't have the oomph. Next up is... Oh! Raya. S tier. S tier. Okay? Where in S tier we'll get to, but S tier instantly. Everything cool about Priscilla. Alright, she's cute. She's got good lore. She's just nice. It's just everything good about Priscilla also applies to Raya, but Raya's actually a lizard. Raya's not some half lizard. Raya is a lizard pretending to be a woman. And that is cool. I like Raya a lot. Where does Raya go? Oh, that's a hard question. Oh. Oh. So she's really cute. Alright, she's got that kind of like nervous vibe. But rock lizard? She's no rock lizard. Like, look at rock lizard. Oh no. Okay, Raya's bottom of S tier. She's really cute. She's an actual lizard, but she's not rock lizard. Alright, we have to be honest with ourselves here. She's just no rock lizard, so bottom of S tier. Oh, we must be nearly done with Elden Ring now. Ah, Rykard, Lord of Blasphemy. I mean, I guess he's just the God-devouring serpent. I don't know. I don't think he counts. I've changed my mind, actually. Yeah, he's just the not lizard part of the God-devouring serpent. Get out of here. Ancient Dragon Senesax. This is the one. This is the one in Jagged Peak that's really boring. Yeah, let's just put him there. Under Faramazula Dragon. I just think, I don't know, it's slightly better. Somehow, under some imaginary metric. I think Senesax just... I don't know. Why do I not like Senesax? I don't know. I don't. I think it's just because he's so close to Bale and Bale's so much cooler. And I don't care if that's superficial and unfair. And I'm not really giving Senesax the lizard he deserves because of it. I don't like him. Moving on. What is this? Serpent Snail. So, In the intro, when I was talking about half lizards counting as lizards, I said usually they're half human, but serpent snail is half half a snake and half snail, and I've got to say that's sick. Half snake, half snail is a great combination. That's top tier. Serpent snail does well. Serpent snail does very well. When did I get the 3 to the 8 here? Serpent snail does incredibly well. How well though? Is serpent snail S tier? Yeah. Is it better than rock lizard? Oh, no. No. S tier. It's a snail, it's a snake. That's genius. That's great. Can't be better than Raya. Oh, no, you're right. Raya is good. Raya is good. I do like Raya. I do like Raya a lot. Oh, you know what? I'm succumbing to peer pressure a little bit, but this has got to be the definitive list, and I can't let my love of Serpent Snail get in the way. The fact that Raya is sick. Raya is really good. She's very cute. She's very lizard. She's amazing. Yeah, Serpent Snail, very nice. Very, very nice. Smog, cool. Right, there we go. Worse than boy. I don't care. Does anyone care the difference between a Dula Borealis and Smog? I don't. Great Worm Theodorix. Up with the Great Worms. Theodorix, I think, is. I actually don't know which one. Theodorix is the one with the magma. It's the most powerful one. Put it at the top of the worms, but they are basically the same. Oh no. Oh no. I'm so sorry. Okay, just briefly. Turtle, it would be here. Okay? It's just a turtle. It's just cool. It's just a turtle. Actually, it's a tortoise, just for the record. Although tortoises are turtles, but this is a tortoise. But that's the problem. You're right, Lupus. That's the problem. Turtles aren't lizards. Turtles aren't lizards. Turtles aren't lizards. But if it was here, if it was a lizard, top tier. And for the same reason, Muriel Pastorifals would be top of S tier. Absolutely. A chill turtle that sells you sorceries and is really nice to you would absolutely blow everything else out the water. Except maybe like Big Snake and Rock Lizard. But unfortunately, it's just not a lizard. Just not a lizard. Alright. That's Elden Ring done. We've got 4 left, and they're all in Sekiro. But they're all absolute peak. Okay? I think they're all good. Alright. Starting with the weakest of the bunch. Divine Dragon. Who is, let's say, weakest of the bunch. A tier. A tier. And top of A tier. That's a cool dragon. That's a really cool dragon. Alright. I think above... okay, maybe not quite top of A tier. I forgot how many top stuff. Like, Priscilla's really good. Cool. But Tree Lizard is great. Fire Lizard's really good. But above the Man Serpent, it's got a cool sword. He does cool lightning. I ran out of my dragon OST. Let's go with the... Actually, let's put the Divine Dragon theme on. That's the wrong one. Okay. Divine Dragon. Very cool. Big sword. Interesting lore. Lightning attacks. Long neck. Cool type of lizard. It's kind of got he's got that cool vibe going on. Visually distinct from everything else. Fascinating. Very cool. Very good lizard. And the weakest in Sekiro. That's how strong Sekiro is in terms of lizards. Next up, we've got Gecko. We've got the Gecko. It's just a Gecko. It's just a Gecko. It's just a Gecko. Do you know what? Just a Gecko is easily S tier in my books. Easily S tier. Oh my god. Where in the S tier? Is it better than the Demon Souls Crystal Lizard? He's on the ceiling. He's better than... Yeah, is he better than Big Snake? Yeah! Is he? Is he better? I think he might be too. He's better. You know what? He's better than this Big Snake. But, do you know what's better than Big Snake? Bigger Snake. That's right. We've got the Great Serpent. Even bigger snake. Okay. You saw how Big Snake was. Top of the tier. I told you. You saw how Big Snake was top of the list. Untouched. Only beaten by regular Gecko. Bigger Snake. Bigger Snake. Cool bigger snake that guards fruit. What do you want? It's huge. It's kind of cute. It's scary. It's interesting. It's a big snake. Great Serpent. Absolute S tier. But it doesn't stop there. It does not. It does not stop there, because we finish it off with Healing Gecko. So Gecko was already top of S tier before Bigger Snake came along. And then you have to ask yourself, what would make Gecko better if it was an albino morph with healing powers? That's right. Sekiro's Healing Gecko is the best lizard in any From Software game. And I don't care who knows it. It's absolute S tier. There you go. There you have it. Healing Gecko is the absolute goat. I didn't script this, by the way. I just put things in alphabetical order by game and then name, and it just ended up being that Sekiro just had all the best lizards in a row right at the end. What a beautiful way to end this tier list. Healing Gecko. Bigger Snake. Gecko. It's so good. It's so good. The goat arrives precisely when he means to. So, so that is it. Honestly, I thought this was a really bad idea, but I've had a lot of fun talking about all the lizards in every Dark Souls game. There we go. Shout out to the Elden Ring Turtle, Miriel Pasture of Owls, and the DS2 Flame Salamander. All of them would be S tier if they were lizards, but unfortunately they are only reptiles. Well, Flame Salamander's an amphibian, even. And now you may be asking, why did I not do this as a reptile list instead of a lizard list? Because I could make the rules, and it's because if I did, I'd have to include birds, because birds are reptiles. And if you include birds, you've got a lot more. you got a lot more going on. So yeah, so make sure to like the video, smash that like button, share it with your friends, and let me know in the comments if you want a bird tier list.